Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So Creed 3 was recently released in theaters this past Friday and I had the pleasure of watching it. So this video is basically going to be a spoiler-free review of it, and I will do a video full of spoilers, so just in case those who have seen it just want to see all the details that I talk about. This time around, we see that Adonis, he is living a great life. He has retired from boxing and he has a great family, a beautiful daughter. We saw in Creed 2 that he had a baby daughter born, so she's a little bit older in this one this time around. And he has an old childhood friend named Damien who was recently released from prison, come back into his life, and he's basically our antagonist for this film. So when Damien first comes around, you kind of feel sorry for him. You see that this is a man who, he made a bad decision when he was a child and he lost out on a lot. And you really do feel for him. And I think Jonathan Majors did a great job at conveying that feeling towards the audience. Like you feel, man, this guy really lost a lot. And you kind of hope that he can get back somewhat of what he lost. And for a minute there, it kind of felt like this was his story. Even though we weren't seeing it from necessarily from his point of view, they spend a lot of time with Damien, and you, like I said, you really feel what he is going through, and you feel the loss that he's experienced in his life, and so you do feel sorry for him. But some things do transpire. As with any movie, some drama has to happen. Honestly, if you've seen any Rocky movie, they all follow a specific formula. And this movie really isn't that different. First of all, I have to say I highly enjoyed this movie. I feel like this was probably my favorite out of the whole Creed franchise. The first one is a classic only because it is the start and we get to see the relationship between Adonis and Rocky and also his father, Apollo, develop in this movie. But this third film was just a masterpiece. Even though I enjoyed this movie, there were definitely predictable moments. Like I said, they followed the Rocky formula. You know, the boxer has to be someone that we don't like. You don't want to feel sorry for him. You're supposed to be rooting for Adonis, so he has to be the bad guy. So the chemistry and the friction and tension that you feel between Adonis and Damien were done perfectly. These two actors have great acting skills and they were great playing off of each other. They had great chemistry and you felt the hate and the hurt between them, and I think they executed their roles very well. Now, I did mention that, you know, there were some cliched moments that I wasn't surprised at, but I think one of the other things I didn't like so much was there were a lot of jump cuts during the initial boxing scene. I feel like with the Rocky movies and even with the first two Creed movies, there were long shots of them boxing and fighting, and it wasn't like cinematic. It was supposed to make you feel that it was real. So I do feel like they did a little too many jump cuts with the first few rounds of them fighting. We know we would not have these movies without Sylvester Stallone and Rocky. We would not have Adonis being who he is without the help of Rocky from the first two movies. With that being said, the first two movies did still feel like it was somewhat telling Rocky's story still. You know, in the first movie, it's about Apollo Creed's son, and Rocky is helping Adonis to deal with knowing who his father is and trying to be a boxer. And then in the second movie, we're still dealing with Drago and his father who fought Rocky after he killed Apollo. It still had to do with Rocky's past. This one completely steps outside of Rocky and has no connection to anything from his past. I do recommend you guys see this film. It is a great story, even though there are some cliched moments, which that's to expect from any of the movies in this franchise, in the Rocky franchise. But for the acting alone, just to see the two of them, especially Jonathan Majors, acting against each other and just seeing what he went through, what he goes through in this film, and we see Adonis growing even a little bit more. So guys, that was my review for Creed 3. Go check it out, and also keep an eye out for those fan casts. They are coming out soon, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.